This image of a solar eclipse taken on May 29, 1919 was the first observational evidence of Einstein's general relativity, and it pretty much instantly propelled him to fame. Isaac Newton mathematically described how gravity works in Principia, and Principia dropped in 1687, a full 228 years before general relativity in 1915. And physics holds that massive stars and planetary bodies are attracted to each other with a force called gravity, and that force of attraction holds them together in orbit. But Einstein was like, that's cute. It's actually because matter bends the fabric of four-dimensional space-time, lol. But anyway, World War I was going on, so it's not like many people outside of Germany were even going to be able to read Einstein's theory, let alone understand it or agree with it. But the Dutch were neutral, and a Dutch physicist named Willem de Sitter sent Einstein's paper to the Royal Astronomical Society in Britain. And the secretary of the Royal Astronomical Society, Arthur Eddington, was one of the first people to actually read it and understand it. And because he was a pacifist Quaker, he was one of the few members who were willing to pursue a theory written by a German scientist. So he got together with another British astronomer to set up an expedition to get some pictures of the eclipse. Both Newtonian physics and general relativity predict that as light moves around a massive object like the sun, the light will bend around it, but relativity predicts it'll bend twice as much. So you should be able to see stars that are actually behind the sun, but you normally can't because it's too damn bright to see any other stars besides the sun. No, what you need the moon to block the light of the sun. You need a solar eclipse. And this 1919 eclipse was gonna be a good one. It was gonna last 7 minutes, longer than any other eclipse in 500 years. And it would be centered on a bright group of stars called the Hyades, so there would be a bunch of visible stars during totality. The two teams assembled and they packed up these big-ass telescopes to take to two different spots on the path of totality. Old Arthur Eddington was part of a pair that went from Cambridge Observatory to the West African island of Principe. And another pair of astronomers from the Greenwich Observatory in London went to a Brazilian town called Sobral. They sent out 2 expeditions in case one of them had equipment errors or it was overcast. Both expeditions were lucky enough to be able to get images of the eclipse recorded on plates, but only one copy of the plates survives today. And when they got home, they used precision instruments to measure the apparent change in the star's position. And what do you know, the star's apparent movement was more closely aligned with Einstein's predictions. Almost every major news publication published the story on their front page, and Einstein became an international celebrity almost overnight. And also, our understanding of physics changed forever.